guys, welcome back, or if you're new here, welcome. Today I'm doing a back to school prep type video. So getting all of their school supplies ready for back to school. I'm going to share with you the haul of things that I got for back to school. Also getting areas of our house organized and ready for school, like their little homework table area, getting all their supplies ready at home, just all of the organization to get ready for back to school. It came way too fast. None of us are fully ready for it, but we got to get this stuff done. So let's just hop right into it.
So the first thing I'm going to do to get us ready for the first day of school is our little picture signs that I have my kids hold every day for their pictures for the first day of school. So I have one for my son, one for my daughter. None of their important information is on here. I'm not going to put that out on the internet, obviously. Here's my little sign that I need to update from last year, change the 23 to 24, and then they're ready to go. Can check that off my list.
So now I'm going to share with you a little back to school haul of like the school supply items. So I think majority of it's from Target with a few things from Amazon. So for my daughter, she is going into kindergarten. She is into all things like girly and pink and purple and sparkly and glittery and just all of those types of things. So you'll see the theme kind of across as we go through this. So this was her book bag she picked out, little unicorn. This is from Target. Here is the lunchbox she picked out to go with it. It's very shimmery, but it's also kind of got like mermaid detail on it. This was also from Target. This is just a very cutesy, girly, purple, pink, rainbowy water bottle, also from Target. And then our school requests that they send in headphones for when they have like technology things. And so these came from Amazon. They're purple and blue and very shimmery. So that was really it as far as school supplies. Like for kindergarten for her, she doesn't need like folders or notebooks or pencils or any of that. Like the school provides any of like the crayons and things that they need. So really that was all she needed. Now for my son, who is all about sports and video games, those are like his two favorite things right now. That's kind of the theme of his stuff for back to school. So here's the book bag I got for him. This was also from Target. This is one of the first years I've been able to find anything sports related as far as like book bags and things like that for back to school at Target. So I was very happy with that. Here is the lunchbox we got for him. It's kind of like, looks like a video game remote control. This was from Amazon. Here is, it's a Gatorade water bottle, which he's been wanting a Gatorade water bottle for a while for all his sports stuff, but most of the ones I could find were always plastic, and I don't really care for plastic water bottles for multiple reasons. So now they actually have them where they are like the steel metal kind. So I was very happy to find this, and he was very happy to finally get a Gatorade water bottle. And last but not least, we have my son's headphones. They're sports themed. These were from Amazon. And yeah, that kind of wraps up the back to school haul. So now I'm just going to take a couple of minutes. I always order some Etsy stickers with my kids' names on it to label all of their items for back to school rather than trying to write it with Sharpie. This pack, I think, came with like 18. I ordered it when my son was going into kindergarten, and the pack has lasted me through this year. Again, he's going into second grade. He's only got 5 left, so this will probably be it. We'll have to order more for next year, but they're only like $5 or $6. I got a pack for my daughter that I'm going to use to put on her stuff. So I'm just going to take a few minutes and get all their stuff labeled and ready to go.
So now I'm down in the kitchen getting the new lunchbox containers ready to go.
So yeah, these are like the little bento lunch boxes. There's a couple colors, so there's a couple that like my daughter can use, a couple colors for my son, so I can kind of split it up. I don't know about you guys, but my kids are not the biggest fan of sandwiches for lunch, or if they are, they get over them real quickly and are ready for something else. They like little yogurts with different toppings. They like the little homemade pizza Lunchables where I can put different items, like the sauce in one thing, the cheese in another, their little pizza crust, little snacks, just all of those kinds of things. So these containers help a lot with that. These are BPA free and dishwasher and microwave safe. So I'm gonna get these loaded into the dishwasher so that they can be nice and clean and ready for us to use on the first day of school. I also love that they're dishwasher safe, so when it comes home in their lunch, it can go in the dishwasher and I don't have to wash it by hand. So that'll be a nice little time saver.
But if you don't wanna tell me now, I guess I'll never know. Losing almost all.
So for those of you that have been around here a while, you know this is kind of our craft homework area. This summer it's primarily been crafts, which is why it's covered in all like our bead bracelet making material. All our stuff is a mess over here. We had our summer workbooks stored over there. So we just kind of got a little bit of everything. And I want to get this cleaned up and organized and set and ready for school. The beads and all the bracelet stuff's going to have to go back to the craft closet instead of setting here, because during the school year, this kind of becomes more of like the school area and not so much the craft area. So we're going to try to get it set up and ready for that. So both of my kids are getting big enough now that they may not necessarily sit at this table to do their homework, but I do still like the idea of this being like our homework station where like all of our supplies that we may need for homework are gonna go. Any of our folders or like homework is gonna go up here. I know like last year for my son, like he'd get homework sent home on Monday and then it was due back on Friday. So we always kept it in a folder in this right here so we knew where it was throughout the week and it wasn't getting lost. So I just kind of want to set it up in that way so we can hopefully have some success. Who knows, this is the first year where both my kids are probably gonna have homework. We haven't had that yet, luckily enough. But who knows, one of them may want to sit at this table and one over at the bigger table. But I just like the idea of having a general spot where all our like markers, scissors, glue sticks, erasers, pencils, all of that is at, so that way when it's time for homework, they know where to get their stuff, grab it, and get started on it. Here's the other thing I love about using this table is it's got the storage underneath it, so we can easily slide their little school boxes with their supplies right in here. When we're done with them, tuck it in there, and then it's out of the way until it's time to do homework the next time. The next thing I wanted to do was organize a little school box for home for each of my kids. This is the one my son had last year. This is a leftover one we've got that my daughter can use, or who knows, maybe I'll let her go pick out one that she wants to use. But what I'm gonna do is just put some supplies in it. Like my son's had all these little sports erasers that he could use if he needed an eraser. We've got lots of extra pencils. A lot of these still need sharpened, so I'm gonna get these sharpened and put them in here. I'm gonna put a glue stick in each, a pair of scissors in each, so that way besides the supplies that are right here, they also are gonna have just their own box so that they can just grab the box for homework time and be ready to go.
So here's a quick look at the completed school boxes for each of my kids. Now I'm going to go through this bin right here and get it all emptied out. So like I said, I can get it empty and set and ready to be able to use as like our homework paper holder.
All right, the next thing to get organized and situated is this whole setup right here. This is supposed to be filled with markers, and this is supposed to be at least fairly organized and more empty than what it is with papers. So I'm gonna try to get that organized and set up ready for school.
So let me know in the comments down below if you have any back to school traditions. We have a couple that we do. We're still kind of developing some of our traditions, but one of them is we tend to do ice cream sundaes right after school to celebrate being done with the first day of school. We have yet to do some sort of special breakfast on the first morning. Normally it's a little chaotic and we haven't been able to do that yet, although that's something I wouldn't mind doing in the future. But the other thing we have always done is the night before the first day of school, there is a little back to school fairy poem that comes with like a little bit of like fairy glitter and dust, and you can have the kiddos read the poem or read it with them, and you put the little fairy dust underneath their pillow to help them have a good and successful first day of school. So my kids have always enjoyed this activity, so it's one we're going to continue this year as well. As you can see here, this little bin has got lots of like pencil shavings and other things in it, so I'm going to try to get it wiped out. Then I'm going to get everything organized back in here. The other thing I'm going to do here in a minute is you will see me checking each and every one of the markers because half of them ended up being dried out. So I figured this was a good time before I toss them all back in there. I should check which ones are dried out and which ones are good to stay. So here is the finished look at the much more organized setup over here. We'll see how long it stays this way. We're going to work really hard to keep this nice and clean, but yeah, we'll keep our fingers crossed. And one of the final things I need to do here I'm throwing this in with back to school, but my daughter is starting cheerleading for the fall season and she needed a cheer book bag. So we had ordered this plain one off of Amazon and then found these stick-on letters to spell out cheer. So I'm just getting these stuck on there so that way her cheerleading bag is all ready to go for after school, for when she has practices and games and all of those things. I'm really excited for my daughter to start cheerleading. She has been asking to do this for the last few years, and this is the first year she's old enough, and I'm also lucky enough I'm going to be helping coach her squad, so it should be a lot of fun. I had a lot of great memories doing cheer growing up, so I'm excited to see her hopefully have the same experience. So here are all their backpacks set and ready to go, and here's a little look at our newest back to school tradition with their t-shirts.